Welcome to Call to Conscience, the Black History Month Museum right here in Columbia City.
Tony said, Tyrone, we're gonna do a Black History Museum. And I was like, really? He said, yes. I said, okay then. I said, what do you want me to do? We're gonna do it. And so, we got together and we done all of what we need to do to bring this alive, put the history into the community in Columbia City as we're doing it right now. And so it's the greatest thing could happen because kids are losing out in schools, not learning about the history, and the school have swayed away from it instead of swaying to it, and where they can understand, where they can have a root in the society, to have a great root in the society. And so Columbia City, here we are, we doing it.
We are documenting what the Seattle Central area used to be pre-gentrification. We're going back and interviewing those who actually lived those experiences, taking documentation to validate the fact that they're not just telling stories, but they're actually telling stories that have proof.
We are actually in the Rainier Cinema Vintage Movie Poster Collection room in the Call to Conscience Black History Month Museum in Columbia City. What's going on right now is a celebration, education of Black history. I like to call it holistic experience. We're not doing this for one day. We're doing this for 28 days, 14 different installations, celebrating the achievers and achievements, more specifically of those in Seattle and the Pacific Northwest. This museum has been part of our community, this particular community, for 107 years. There's been several different iterations of this museum. I remember it as the Rainier Cinema, the only place where you could watch Black movies. It's important for us to know our history. We have kind of a fractured community. We've got something over here on Black History Month, something over here on Black History Month. Well, since I have this building, it was a way to gather a number of different organizations in one place and give people the opportunity to find out more about our Black community. In particular, our youth, those who are not Black. We have a large immigrant population that doesn't have any place to get this story. This is a place to get the story from us and by us, sharing our information from those who actually made the achievements, those who were the achievements. If we don't document our history, then our history will be written by others. And that's what has happened over the past. And this is just an effort, starting with this building, to make sure that we document our history.
The first quilt that we have here, and we have 3 of the 12 quilts located in the museum. The very first quilt is her personal quilt, my grandmother's personal quilt as a slave, made in 1855. And if you can imagine the situation in 1855, where she's in the big house because she is a master seamstress. That was the only quilt she had. Tony and I understood the ramifications of all this. And I was fortunate enough to have that particular quilt and the Juneteenth quilt, where she didn't put together because she felt like she was not free yet. She waited until, well, the family waited until 1947 to put the pieces together, just to show, yes, we are in Tennessee, yes, we are 100 miles from the Klan, yes, all these things are still happening in Tennessee, but I have a house, and I have children, I have a family. So they put those pieces together, but never the backing.
This is a collaboration of partners. The narrative is not about me. I am here to share narratives. And again, this is an opportunity to learn more from the sources within our community. And it took a number of people to make this happen. A lot of folks volunteered. A lot of folks put their blood, sweat, tears, and energy into this effort to be right here in Columbia City, where gentrification is taking place, and make sure that we plant a flag and have a foothold so the community knows that we are going to be here. This is an example of environmental justice. This is an example of ensuring that artistic freedom has a place to thrive.